Just a few steps from home, Rosanna Dewey has her serenity. In the wake of the pandemic, the heavy headlines, the non-stop bad, painting is her escape.
It's so intense, and here I feel safe, and I can work away, and it doesn't feel so close.
But in an age of lockdowns, finding subjects in person is problematic. Her local gallery, though, set up a challenge: show connections during COVID. And that sparked an idea for Rosanna.
I thought, I don't know, what connections do I have? And I realized my connections are my friends on Zoom. And so I started painting them. They didn't know about it. I didn't tell them. I just painted them when we got together.
There, now I hear you.
How are you doing?
These friends are artists themselves, part of an online class established during the pandemic. One part social.
Show your work to your camera. 3, 2, 1.
One part art.
Nice. Well, the Zoom classes have saved myself from COVID insanity.
And some people wondered what quiet Rosanna was doing.
Rosanna, I was getting used to looking at the top of your head quite often, and I knew you were doing something sneaky on the side.
Little did they know, while they talked, she secretly painted.
I had great models.
After many classes, the portraits started to come together.
I wanted to catch them in very naturally, because the thing about Zoom is that you just can't get a good camera shot. There's bad angles, bad lighting. If you have the laptop camera too low, you get all these chins. And if it's too high...
Or nostrils.
Yeah. And it was like, no, I've got to paint them the way they are.
Only when they were done did Rosanna reveal why she'd seemed so distracted in the Zoom class.
When Rosanna showed her initial portraiture, I thought that was a brilliant idea. I was almost jealous that I didn't come up with that.
It felt very special and a little mirror into something that we didn't expect.
It was lovely to see the result at the end, Rosanna. It was really amazing.
Your portrait was great. I loved your pose. I thought it was perfect.
And that gallery, which challenged her to show connections, it'll hang her art just as soon as that can happen.
It's my visual diary of the experience. It's maybe not the nicest part of our history, but
It's still part of it.
it's still part of it. And it needs to be, and it has its own story.
That story, that experience, that lifeline is art. But at its heart, it's about what so many of us miss: being with friends. David Coleman, CBC News, Haliburton, Ontario.